I was halfway through a cold beer and an episode of The Bear when she said it. By the way, I'm heading to an art retreat this weekend. With Cassie and Jenna. No warning. No lead up. Just dropped it like she was telling me we were out of milk. My name's Mike. I'm 31. I live in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Been with Amber for 4 years, living together for 2. We don't make solo travel plans without at least talking first. That's just how we've always done it. Until now, apparently. Quick note. Before listening, share which city or country you're watching from. I paused the show and looked over at her. She was on the other side of the couch, scrolling TikTok like she hadn't just tossed a grenade into the room. Wait, what? Since when? Amber didn't even look up. It's just a quick girls' weekend. Don't be weird about it. Not being weird, I said, keeping my voice chill. Just didn't know you were going anywhere. Usually we, talk about that. She finally looked at me, smirking like I was being dramatic. It's nothing. I need a break. And you could use a weekend to yourself. I wanted to ask 100 things, but I let it go. Something felt off, but I wasn't about to beg. I nodded and said, "Cool. Have fun." She gave me a quick smile like I'd passed some kind of test, then went back to her phone. The next morning, I got up around 7. She was already moving around the bedroom, hauling out her biggest suitcase. Not a duffel, not an overnight bag, a full-on suitcase and a carry-on. Then came her full makeup kit, 3 pairs of heels, and this silk black dress she only wears when she wants attention. I leaned on the doorframe, watching her fold lace into her packing cube. Didn't realize art retreats had dress codes. She rolled her eyes. "It's a nice place. We're going out one night. Can I live?" I shrugged. "Sure." She didn't ask me to drop her off. I offered. The whole ride to the train station was silent. She kept checking her phone. When I pulled up, she barely kissed me goodbye. Just a quick peck and a "see you Sunday." Then she was gone, heels clicking down the platform like she couldn't get away fast enough. I sat in the car for a second, watching the train pull in, gut twisted, trying to shake the feeling that something was way off. But I didn't say a word. Not yet. Saturday morning, I was still half asleep, coffee brewing, when my phone started buzzing. I figured it was spam, but then I saw the name. Ron, Amber's dad. I answered. "Hey Ron, everything okay?" He sounded chipper, like we were about to go fishing together. "Hey Mike, we're up at the cabin already. Gorgeous view. I'm guessing you two are on the road." I froze. "What do you mean?" "Amber said you'd be driving up this morning for the weekend. Anniversary trip at the lake. Remember?" My brain short-circuited. Anniversary trip? Yeah, the one she planned with Cassie and her fiancé and that other couple. You guys rented the second cabin. She said you both were coming. I couldn't even process it fast enough. "Ron, Amber told me she was going on a girls' art retreat. No guys allowed." There was this dead silence on the other end, like I just hit him with a tire iron. "What?" he finally said, sharp. "She told me it was a couples thing. Even said you needed the break from work." I didn't know what to say. My stomach was in freefall. I sat down on the couch, still in boxers, heartbeat pounding in my ears. Ron's voice shifted. "Mike, you're telling me she lied to both of us?" "Yeah, looks that way." I hung up, hands shaking a little, grabbed my laptop and opened Facebook. Searched Cassie's profile. Public. The second photo hit like a gut punch. Amber, in that black silk dress, standing on a wooden deck with string lights behind her, holding a drink. And right next to her, arm draped around her waist like he owned it, was Wes, her ex from college. Same guy who moved to Chicago last year. Same guy she swore she hadn't spoken to in years. I zoomed in to make sure it was him. No doubt. Same smirk. Same handsy posture. She wasn't even hiding it. I got up and went straight to the bedroom. Her iPad was still on the nightstand, charger wrapped around it. I sat down, powered it on, and there it was. She was still logged into Messenger. I typed retreat in the search bar. Messages popped up. Group chat. Cassie, Jenna, Amber, Wes, Tyler, Brian. I clicked through and felt sicker with every scroll. Amber. Told Mike it's a silent retreat. LOL. He bought it. Cassie. I can't believe you pulled that off. Wes. Can't wait to see you again. Gonna be like Miami all over again. Amber. Except this time, no sketchy ex-girlfriends. Just us. She planned the whole thing. A couple's weekend with her ex lied to me. Lied to her family. And thought it was funny. I took screenshots of everything. Every message. Every photo. Every joke about how I don't suspect a thing. Then I called Ron back. He answered quick. Tell me you found something. I did. What was it? She's with Wes. Her ex. They planned a couple's weekend with Cassie and 2 other couples. She lied to all of us. You're sure? I've got screenshots. Messages from her iPad. Photos. She said I thought it was a silent retreat. Ron's voice was dead flat. Send me the proof. On it. I opened my laptop, dumped the screenshots into an email, and hit send. Less than a minute later, I got a text. Ron, got it. Thanks. That was it. No emoji. No follow-up. I sat there in silence. Just me and the sound of the refrigerator humming behind me. I kept thinking back to the train station. How fast she walked away. How light she packed on the lies. This wasn't a slip-up. It was a whole setup. I heard a ding. New message. It was from Ron again. Tina's gonna lose her damn mind. I didn't reply. I just stared at the screen, wondering how someone I trusted for 4 years could turn around and treat me like a joke. And worse, think I'd never find out. 15 minutes after I hit send, my phone lit up again. Tina calling. I hesitated for half a second. I'd never heard her yell before, but I knew I was about to. I picked up. Mike. Tell me this is some kind of joke. Her voice was sharp, shaking. It's not, I said quietly. Everything in those screenshots is real. She let out a sound halfway between a laugh and a growl. Unbelievable. We flew here from Tennessee for this family weekend. My cousin drove 8 hours. She had us believing it was an anniversary surprise for you too. I didn't know what to say. I'm sorry you got dragged into it. Don't you apologize, she snapped. This is her mess. I raised her better than this. She's not gonna walk around pretending she's some perfect little angel while she's out sneaking off with her damn ex. I heard muffled talking in the background. Ron trying to calm her down, I think. But Tina wasn't having it. I'm posting this, she said. Tina, are you sure? Oh, I'm sure. People are gonna see what she did. The whole family's here waiting, confused, and I'm not covering for her. Before I could respond, the line went dead. I opened Facebook out of instinct. 3 minutes later, there it was, her post sitting at the top of my feed. Big block of text, screenshots included. Amber tagged, Cassie tagged, Jenna too. Caption read, when your daughter scams the whole family for a fake couple's weekend, so she can sneak off with her ex raised her better. Within minutes, the post blew up. Comments flying in, relatives, coworkers, old high school friends. Everyone had something to say. I scrolled, watching the chaos unfold. Then my phone buzzed again. A text from Shelby, Amber's sister. Our parents are done with her. Mom's losing it. Another ping. I told her to tell the truth before it got worse. Guess she didn't listen. I didn't respond. I just sat there watching my screen light up like a slot machine. Every few seconds. Ping, ping, ping. Someone else sharing the post, commenting, tagging, gossiping. And then it got even uglier. Some woman named Kayla started replying to everyone under Tina's post. Profile picture, her and Wes. Caption. Taken since 2019, 2 hearts. That's when it clicked. Wes had a girlfriend. Kayla's comments came fast. Wait. Excuse me? My boyfriend's at a lake with who? Oh my God. This is Amber? The one he said was just a friend. He's dead to me. People ate it up. Every reply was more brutal than the last. Screenshots spreading across mutuals. People screenshotting the screenshots. Gossip threads popping up faster than I could read. My buddy Chris texted me, "Dude, Facebook's on fire. You okay?" I typed back, "Just watching the show." And I was. couldn't look away. By evening, everyone knew. Amber's coworkers liked Tina's post. Cassie's fiancé commented, "Wow." Jenna untagged herself, but it was too late. Too many shares. I didn't feel proud or vindicated, just hollow. The truth was out, but seeing her world implode like that was brutal, even for what she did. Then a new notification hit. Ron again, this time through text. Tina says if she gets another call from Amber, she's blocking her. Good, I replied. There was a pause before another message came through. We'll handle our side. You just stay out of it for now. I set the phone down, staring at the ceiling. The storm had officially gone public, and there was no coming back from it. For the first time all weekend, I didn't feel angry anymore. Just done. Still, I knew the next call wasn't going to be from Tina. It was going to be from Amber, and I could already guess how that was going to go. The call came late Sunday afternoon. Her name lit up my screen, and for a second I almost didn't answer. Then I thought, screw it. Might as well get this over with. The second I picked up, she was already screaming. How could you do this to me, Mike? You had no right to go through my stuff. I held the phone away from my ear. Amber, calm down. No. You betrayed me. You turned my family against me. Do you even realize what you did? Her voice cracked, but not from guilt. More like rage. I didn't turn anyone against you, I said flatly. I didn't lie to anyone. You did. That's not fair, she snapped. You had no idea what was going on. Wes just showed up, okay? It wasn't even planned like that. I laughed, short and bitter. He just showed up at a rented cabin 2 states away? With matching luggage? Sure. You don't know everything, she said, her tone sliding from angry to desperate. You think you do, but you don't. I read every message, Amber. Every one. Silence. Then a sharp inhale, like she'd just been punched. Wow, she said finally, voice cold now. You're unbelievable. Then she hung up. I tossed the phone on the table and sat back. My hands were steady, but my chest felt tight. I wasn't sure if it was anger or relief, maybe both. An hour later, my phone buzzed again. But this time, it wasn't her. It was Facebook notifications blowing up. Wes's girlfriend, Kayla, had just dropped a new post. Screenshots of breakup texts. Her caption read, "When you find out your boyfriend planned a romantic getaway with his ex for months. Have fun explaining this one, Wes." The texts were brutal. Wes begging her not to post, saying, "It's not what it looks like." Her reply, "You literally called it a Miami-style escape with Amber. You're disgusting." Every message was timestamped going back months. All of it matched Amber's chat logs. The comments poured in fast. People tagging Amber, tagging Wes, tagging everyone involved. I didn't even have to say a word. The truth was doing the work for me. Then came Amber's meltdown. She started posting everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, even her old Twitter account she hadn't touched in years. Her first post said, "Imagine being emotionally abused for years and finally taking a break, only for your partner to destroy your life out of spite." Then another, "My family's toxic. They've always hated me. I'm done protecting people who twist everything." And the best one, "It was just a misunderstanding. I didn't cheat. I was trapped in an abusive relationship and made to look bad." Every post had fewer likes than the last. The comments turned fast. People weren't buying it. One coworker commented, "Girl, we literally saw the screenshots." Another said, "You told everyone it was an art retreat. Why lie if it was innocent?" She deleted that post within minutes, but the screenshots had already spread. By Sunday night, her name was everywhere. Facebook groups, private chats, even a local gossip page titled Fort Wayne Fallout. I didn't comment, didn't react, just watched it all burn from my couch, one notification at a time. It was strange. 4 years of my life unraveling in real time, but instead of pain, I just felt empty, like watching someone else's story. Then I muted her number. I knew this wasn't over, not even close. My phone buzzed again late Sunday night, Ron this time. He didn't waste time. "Change the locks." I sat up. "You serious?" She burned every bridge she had this weekend. You don't owe her anything now. I'll pay for it if you need me to. I can cover it. She shows up, you tell her she's done. Don't let her sweet talk her way back in. I won't. He exhaled hard into the phone. Do it early, before she gets any ideas. Yeah, first thing. We hung up. I didn't sleep much after that. My brain wouldn't shut off. By 6, I was already pulling boxes from the closet. Took me 2 hours to pack all her crap. Shoes, clothes, bathroom stuff, jewelry, some framed pictures of us I didn't even want to look at. I labeled everything so there'd be no drama later. Kitchen, amber dishes. Closet, amber shoes. Bathroom, amber hair crap. 17 boxes in total. I stacked them by the front door like they were waiting for pickup. At 8:15, the locksmith showed up. Young guy, probably mid-20s, looked like he'd seen this before. You kicking someone out? Something like that. He nodded and got to work. By 9 sharp, the locks were changed. New keys in my hand. Door solid. At 9:15, I got a text from Amber. Landing at 11:30. Can you pick me up? I stared at it, let it sit a minute, then typed back. Your things are packed. Arrange pickup. No reply. At 12:06, I heard someone trying the old key, rattling the knob, then pounding. Are you kidding me? She yelled through the door. Mike, open the damn door. I didn't. More pounding. You changed the locks? Are you serious right now? I spoke through the door, calm. Your things are packed. Arrange pickup. You're being insane. You can't just throw me out. You don't live here anymore. She started screaming, like full volume, hallway shaking screaming. This is illegal. You can't do this. I'm calling the cops. I didn't say anything, just walked back to the couch and sat down. Turned the TV on low and waited. 15 minutes later, there was a knock. Not her this time, 2 uniformed officers. I opened the door, stepped out. Hi. We got a call about a domestic dispute. No dispute. She doesn't live here anymore. She says she lives here. I pulled out the lease from the kitchen drawer, handed it over. Only my name's on it. One of them skimmed it. You got her stuff packed? Right there. I pointed at the boxes stacked behind me. They looked at each other. One nodded. You're good, he said. Amber stormed up behind them. You're not doing anything? He locked me out of my apartment. It's not your apartment, one officer said flatly. Your name's not on the lease. This is civil, not criminal. She shoved past him and tried to glare me down. You're heartless. You're actually heartless. I didn't lie to you. You lied to me. The cop stepped between us. Ma'am, you've been told to leave. You need to go. She started crying, loud and dramatic. This is abuse. He's punishing me. They didn't care. One of them just said, take your things and go. That's all we can tell you. She looked at me one last time like she expected me to break. I didn't. She grabbed 2 boxes, just the ones labeled clothes and shoes, and dragged them to the elevator, sniffling loud enough for the whole floor to hear. Then she was gone. About an hour after she left with her boxes, my phone rang again. Tina. I answered, already knowing what it was about. She showed up here. She said, no hello, just heat. Didn't even knock. Just walked in sobbing like a damn movie. I didn't say anything. Just waited. She's in her old room right now, Tina continued. Door shut. Crying loud enough for the neighbors. Sorry, I said, though I didn't really feel it. Don't be. She's lucky we even let her in the door. You keeping her there? Only for a few days, Tina snapped. 3 max. Then she's on her own. I told Ron already. She lies to the whole family, humiliates everyone. She's not staying here playing victim. I could hear dishes clinking in the background, like she was stress cleaning while she talked. She thought I'd defend her, she muttered. Still acting like this was a misunderstanding. I told her to her face, you're not the victim here. She didn't like that. She ever say why she did it? I asked. Tina scoffed. Said she was confused. Tired. Claimed you 2 were drifting apart. You believe that? No. Good. 'Cause I don't either. She hung up before I could say anything else. By that evening, the rest of it started to unravel. Jenna's boyfriend dumped her. Posted a single sentence to Instagram. Don't lie for your friends. It makes you look just as fake. Cassie's fiancé, Ethan, commented under Tina's post. Weddings on hold. I need to think. Amber's inner circle was falling apart. Fast. Then Wes decided to crawl back online. He posted some vague half-apology. We all make mistakes. People grow. Amber didn't deserve this public shaming. His ex lit him up. Again. New screenshots. Texts where he begged Amber to get a second cabin just for them. Where he sent her screenshots of bathing suits and asked, "Which one should I pack for you?" Nobody defended him after that. Amber didn't respond. She couldn't. She deleted everything. Facebook, gone. Instagram, blank. Even her Twitter, where she'd been ranting the day before, was wiped clean. I checked once just out of curiosity. Searched her name. Nothing came up but screenshots. Other people posting about her. Group chats leaking one message at a time. It was like she vanished, but the mess she left behind kept growing. Chris texted me again. Dude, I saw the wedding's off. Cassie's crying at work. I didn't reply. I was done giving reactions. Amber wasn't the only one who lost something. She dragged everyone down with her. And none of them even saw it coming. By the following Friday, I got a text from Tina. She's out. Couldn't take the crying anymore. Ron dropped her at Jenna's. I just stared at it for a second. Not surprised. Amber made it 2 nights there. Maybe 3, tops. Then Jenna's new boyfriend stepped in. Apparently, he walked in on Amber crying on the couch with a glass of wine at 10 in the morning and said, "Yeah, no. She's gotta go." Jenna texted me too. Just one line. I tried. I'm not doing this anymore. After that, Amber hit up Cassie. Bold move, considering her entire wedding had just been ice thanks to this whole mess. Cassie said no. Didn't sugarcoat it either. Told her straight up, "I'm done ruining my life for yours." Next came Wes. That dumpster fire still had one spark left, apparently. He let her crash for a night. One night, his roommate found out the next morning. Saw Amber's stuff in the hallway and flipped out. Told them both to get out or he was calling the landlord. Amber left. Wes stayed. Real loyalty there. By Sunday, she was holed up in one of those sketchy motels off I-69, the kind with flickering neon and half the rooms paid in cash. She started posting photos of candles and self-care kits on her private Snapchat like it was some healing retreat. But word got out. People knew where she was. Tina confirmed it 2 days later. She's at the budget in off Coldwater. Paying week to week. Says it's temporary. I almost laughed. But I didn't. Then I heard she started missing shifts at work. She worked front desk at a dental clinic, nothing fancy, but decent pay and benefits. Midweek, her boss pulled her aside. I only know because Shelby texted me. She's on her final warning. They're not putting up with the drama anymore. Thursday afternoon, I got the email. Long one. No greeting, just a full-page wall of text. Amber, I know things went off the rails. I've had time to reflect. But you contributed to this situation. You violated my privacy. And that has cost me my job, my family, and my home. I think it's fair that you help cover some of the financial fallout. I'm asking for $5,000. Just to help me reset and start fresh. I stared at the screen for a good minute. Then typed one word. No. Didn't even sign it. 15 minutes later, she replied. No subject line. Just all caps fury. You ruined my life. You turned everyone against me. You owe me for this. I'm not done with you. That one was followed by 5 more. Threats. Accusations. Long paragraphs full of every bitter, twisted thing she could throw at me. I didn't reply to any of it. But I did forward it all to Ron. He called me 5 minutes later. I answered with, "Let me guess. You got them too?" He was laughing. Like full-on belly laughing. Yep. She emailed us asking for money too. Said we abandoned her in her time of need. Tina told her to get a job at Target. Good advice, I said. She threatened to sue us for emotional distress. I told her I'd countersue for stupidity. I laughed too, for real this time. Ron sighed. You good, Mike? Yeah, actually I am. Stay that way. Don't let her back in. Wasn't planning to. We hung up. I sat there for a minute, just staring at the inbox. Her name still sitting there in bold. Then I archived it. Every last one. Out of sight. Exactly where she belonged. The knock came early Saturday morning. Not loud, just 2 solid taps. I looked through the peephole and saw Drew, Amber's brother, standing there in jeans and a zip-up hoodie, hands shoved in his pockets. I opened the door and nodded. Hey man, he said. Thanks for putting it all together. All 17 boxes were lined up outside the door in 2 neat rows, labeled and taped shut. I kept them exactly where she left them. He looked them over, gave a slow whistle, then shook his head. She's a mess, man. I'm sorry you got caught in it. I leaned on the doorframe. Wasn't your fault. She's been calling around, trying to find a lawyer. Nobody'll take the case. One guy told her. There's nothing to sue over. He let out a weak laugh. She cried to Mom for an hour after that. I raised an eyebrow. She's still at the motel? Nope. Out of money. Grandma said she could come stay in Dayton for a while. So she's heading there tomorrow. I nodded. At least she won't be my problem anymore. She left something, he said, pulling a folded envelope from his back pocket. Slipped it under your door sometime last night, I guess. I found it on the floor. I took it but didn't open it right away. Drew grabbed the first 2 boxes and loaded them into the trunk of his SUV. Thanks for not burning her stuff or something, he said, half smiling. I thought about it, I replied. He laughed. Yeah, I believe it. He finished loading the rest without saying much else, just occasional grunts as he shoved the boxes in tight. When he was done, he turned back toward me. She's not gonna bounce back from this quick, he said. Just saying, in case she tries to show up again. She won't get through the door, I said. Good. He gave a small nod, then pulled out his keys. Take care of yourself, Mike. You too, Drew. He climbed in, backed out, and was gone. Just like that, for years of her life and mine boxed and out of my building. I finally looked down at the envelope. My name written on it in her handwriting. All rounded and neat like she was writing a birthday card. I opened it. It was handwritten, 2 pages long. Started with, I forgive you for overreacting, like she was doing me a favor. Then a whole section about how she still believed in what we had, how this wasn't who she really was, and how she wanted to move forward, maybe do therapy together, as a fresh start. I didn't even finish the last paragraph. I snapped a photo and texted it to Ron. 5 seconds later, he replied, Audacity must run in the family. I didn't laugh, didn't sigh, just slipped the letter into the trash without another glance. Whatever she thought we were moving forward into, I was already long past it. 3 weeks passed. Felt longer, but not in a bad way, just quieter. Amber's name stopped showing up in notifications, but the wreckage kept floating up like oil in water. Someone leaked the full group chat to a local gossip blog, the kind that usually covers bar openings and high school drama. They titled it Fort Wayne's Faking It Queen. She became a walking cautionary tale. Nobody wanted to be seen with her. Not at work, not online, not even at the gym. I heard she tried to hit up a couple of old friends, and both left her on read. Her new social media profiles, yeah, she made new ones, had plant emojis in the bios. Every caption was some vague nonsense like, growth through hardship, or stronger every day. No comments, no likes, just her talking into a void. Wes disappeared, ghosted her hard. 2 weeks after that letter showed up under my door, I found out he was already dating someone else. Some marketing assistant he met on Hinge. Apparently, she had a real job and no public scandals. One night, I got a drunk text from Amber. Just 6 words. I threw away everything for nothing. Didn't reply. Didn't even feel tempted to. I stared at it for a second, then tossed my phone on the charger and went to bed. Her family still kept in touch, mostly Ron. Tina called once, said they were having a smaller Thanksgiving this year and wanted me to come. I appreciated it, but I said no. Just didn't feel right. Drew and I started meeting up for poker once a month. He wasn't half bad, but I still took $20 off him last time. We didn't talk about her anymore. We didn't need to. I repainted the apartment, got rid of the couch she picked, finally fixed the wobbly dining chair she always complained about but never lifted a finger to fix. Started therapy. Took a while to find the right guy, but I did. Turns out, I had a lot more to unload than I thought. Met someone too. Valerie. We grabbed coffee after work one day, just casual. I told her the Miami-style lake retreat story, and she laughed so hard she nearly choked on her tea. She asked, "What kind of moron thinks they can hide a whole fake couple's trip?" I said, "The kind that thinks you're too loyal to question them." Last week, I got a final text from a random number. Just said, "I'm in therapy. I'm sorry for everything." I didn't delete it, but I didn't answer either. Some people learn, some don't. But I moved on. Lock stayed changed. So did I.